Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is my first video and I decided to do an everyday makeup look. So stick around, enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Starting with this e.l.f. foundation serum with goji berry. It's a little bit too dark right now because summer is ending. But we gotta work with what we got, girl. So I'm just gonna apply my foundation first. I just like to dot it all around my face. My face is breaking out, so I might have to use a little extra today. I just like to pump it on the back of my hand. And then I have this Real Technique sponge. Don't mind how dirty it looks. It's just the foundation, I swear. And I just pat the foundation into my skin. I love the finish that this gives. Oh my god, there's a hair on it. And I just like to take the extra that's on the back of my hand and put it on any spots that I'm having like some trouble areas. Like any part where my face is breaking out really bad or anything like that. And then I'm going to take a little bit extra and put it on my neck. Alright, so next I ran out of concealer, so I'm actually been using the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation as concealer, just because it's really thick, so it really does help to cover and stay. So I just pat that underneath my eyes. And then put a little bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. And then I use my beauty blender to my Real Technique sponge to finish blending it out. Alright. And next I'm just gonna go ahead and set all the foundation and concealer with, I think this is like the Airspun powder. Super old. It's my mom's. And I just use my sponge and dip it in and get a good bit of powder on it, on the sponge. I get a good bit of powder on the sponge, and then I do underneath my eyes first because that's usually where my makeup likes to wear off first. So I make sure to get it good underneath my eyes. And this really helps so it doesn't look too dry since it is a wet sponge. It helps to just keep the area moisturized still. And then on this flat side, I'm just going to get some more powder. Dab it on any other areas and just use it to blend it in. So this really locks in the foundation, helps it so it doesn't move around throughout the day or the night, whatever. Just so you know your hard work can stay in place. My hair is blended in good. So you don't have any like white patches from where there's too much powder clinging to it. And then next I like to do contour, and I actually use this e.l.f. Contour and blush kit. I think it's only like $3 at the drugstore, super affordable. and as you can tell I only use bronzer, so I just take this on a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, get some on it. I really like the shape of this for contouring. Tap off any extra so you don't get a brown streak, and then find where the hollows of your cheeks are. So for what a lot of people do, they just make a little fishy face, like, and you can see it's right there, wherever like the little line is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and with a light hand contour in my cheekbone. And then do the same thing for the other side. So after I get that, I go up the side where my hairline is, and I do my temples on my forehead and connect a line up here, the other temples, and down, and then I do my jawline. This helps to make your forehead look slim, so you feel like you got a big forehead. This will help you out, girl. Then I'm doing my jawline and making sure to blend it down my neck so that my face doesn't look like super bronzed and then the rest of me looks super pale. It helps blend it. And then I kind of push the brush in, sandwich it, and then go down the sides of my nose just so my nose doesn't get like washed out in boosters and stuff. And I don't typically do blush. You can always add blush on if you want, you know, you do you. But I typically don't like to put blush on like the way it looks on me. And then next I'm taking this Becca highlighter. I believe this is from the Jaclyn Hill collection. What's it called? Yeah, Champagne Pop. And it is a really beautiful highlighter. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I'm just gonna take this kind of, I think it's a foundation brush, an old foundation brush, but I do like to use it for highlighter just since it is kind of thinner, but more dense. So just tap off the excess, and then where your cheekbones are, you just add that, and then I go up this side right there to help blend it, kind of feather it out so it's not too concentrated. And then I take a little and go down the bridge of my nose. I like to get a lot on my cupid's bow. And then a little dab on my chin. Don't like to bring too much focus to that. I don't like it to look oily or anything like that. But just to give it a nice little, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Alright. So next I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. Lately I've been using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. It's really skinny, I really love it. It's really soft and it has a spoolie on the other end. And it's really thin and creamy. I've heard it's a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. That's kind of expensive, girl, so I got the cheaper version, of course. Let me see what color it is. And it's an ash brown. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to use the spoolie side and kind of brush my eyebrows in the way that I want them shaped. And then I flip it over and make sure I have not too much of this out just so it doesn't break off. And then I just kind of go with the direction of the hairs using really light-handed and quick strokes, not making them too long, just to mimic what your eyebrow hair looks like. want to go out of where my natural brow hair grows. I just go along with it just where it's like kind of more sparse hair in areas. I kind of fill it in so it looks all even, and kind of makes them more bold. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. The next thing I do for my eyebrows is I take this Great Lash Maybelline mascara. It's a clear mascara, and I use that to set my eyebrows in place. It's cheaper and it works the exact same. So I just comb that through, and it's just like an eyebrow gel. It just kind of holds them in place so your eyebrow hairs don't go every which way by the end of the day. Just comb that through. Alright. So I'm going to take the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Original just as a base for my eyeshadow, just so it doesn't go anywhere during the day, because I don't know about you guys, but eyeshadow tends to kind of fade on me throughout the day. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in. Remy, what are you doing? So I'm just going to blend that in with my finger. And if you're wondering why I'm looking this way, it's because this is where my mirror is. And then I like to set it with, what's it called? I like to set it with Skimp from my Naked Basics 2 palette by Urban Decay. Just because it is a really white fleshy tone, the same tone of my skin. So I like to set it just so my eyeshadow, when I use like a bold color to put it on there, it doesn't get stuck in one particular place, because the eyeshadow primer is very sticky. Alright. And alright, so next I'm going to use Combust. And this is a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I'm just going to take that and buff it in to my crease just as a base transition color, just so it does blend into my skin tone really nicely when I put other brown tones on top of it. Alright. And then the key to getting a really blended smoky eye is starting with the lightest color and just gradually increase into a darker color, just so you do get a nice, just so you do get a nice fade of it, and you don't really see like a line where it goes from one color to another. It just like fades seamlessly. So now I'm taking Frisk from my Naked Basics 2 palette, and I'm going to also blend that in. It's a very cool toned light brown, so it does help to blend it seamlessly for me. I'm just using the same Deluxe crease brush to buff that in on my crease. Alright. So next I'm going to switch to my Essential Crease Brush, also by Real Techniques, and I'm going to take Whiskey from the Naked Smoky palette. Tap off the excess just so you don't get any fall. Okay guys, sorry if it's a different angle now. My card ran out of storage, so I had to go delete some stuff. So what I was saying was I'm actually switching to the brush that comes with the Naked Smoky palette, and I'm going to go back into the Whiskey color, tap my brush in there, shake off any excess, and again go into the crease. And this kind of helps cover more area since it is a thicker brush. And just again, blend that good in. And again, just blend that in really good. I tend to like my eyes a little bit darker, so you can just gradually add more to make it more dark, or you can just use a little bit and make it a more lighter look. But in just my preference, I like to have it a little bit darker. So once I feel like that's good and they look even, I go ahead and do my all over lid color. So for that, I'm going to be using a little bit of Dirty Sweet from the Naked Smoky palette. And for my lid, I like to just use my finger, my middle finger, and my middle finger, and I just go right along my lid. I just feel like sometimes eyeshadows are more pigmented with your finger, and so this is a little bit easier for me. So now that I've got that on, I'm going to go back in with my dense blending brush and go in with a mixture of Combust and Whiskey, which is this lighter color and darker color right here. They're both matte shadows, and I'm just going to use that to blend again. And then lastly on eyeshadow, I go back in with the brush it comes with in the Naked Smoky palette, and I like to use this pencil brush and go in with Whiskey. And then I use this to get my outer corner. And since the brush is so dense, it makes the color show up a little bit darker. So I just like to kind of shade that in. Sorry if you can hear the rain outside, it just started pouring. Do that on both sides, get a good bit on it. And then I just go in with the other side, the fluffier brush, and blend that in, just so it flows. And then I'm going to take the pencil brush and go underneath my eye. I know I'll probably make a crazy face, but just blend it underneath to make it looks a lot more even. With my eyeliner brush from Real Techniques, I'm going to take Whiskey again. And with my eyeliner brush, I am going to go into Undone from the Naked Basics 2 palette. And I'm going to actually use this as eyeliner, so I'm basically just going to go against my eyelashes. And as you can see, it just kind of makes your eyelashes look thicker at the base without being too harsh like black eyeliner or any kind of liquid eyeliner. So I'm just doing the same thing on this side. And I like to focus it more towards the outer corner, just to give some more dimension. So now that I am done with the eyeshadow portion, I'm going to go ahead and do mascara. I've been using 2 mascaras lately. The Clinique High Impact Mascara and the Almay Intense Eye Color. And I believe this is for like brown eyes. It's like a purple colored mascara. But first I go in with the Clinique mascara. And we're going to need a mirror. Oh my god. And so I just get as close to the base of my eyelashes as I can and kind of wiggle my way up just to help separate the eyelashes. And then do the same with this one. And then this is the mascara that I like to use on the bottom too. I don't use the Almay mascara on my bottom lashes just because I feel like it makes them too thick and I don't like them to be too noticeable. Just putting eyeshadow and powder on my face kind of gets on my eyelashes and makes them look white, so I just like to use this to run over it really quick to make it look darker. So I just turn it sideways like this and just run it across my bottom lashes like that. And then it helps to just define those. And then as I do the bottom, the top is usually dry by then. So now I'm just going to take my Almay mascara. And like I said, it's a purple mascara. It's supposed to help brown eyes pop. I'm just going to do the same thing, running it over my eyelashes. And this one kind of really thickens it up and volumizes it. Do the same thing on this side. Alright, and so that is mascara. And then as far as the lips go, I usually just use chapstick just because I feel like lipstick comes off too easy. And like I'm too busy during the day to reapply lipstick. Yeah. Thanks guys for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, make sure you subscribe and like down below. And maybe comment any more content you'd like to come. But yeah, thanks for watching.